get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark Podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I'm back to my usual, man. You know, that Crown Royal Vanilla mixed with Dr. Pepper Cream Soda. No, I ain't been on it in a minute, so I'm back on it for tonight's episode, man. Appreciate everybody supporting, so continue to support the podcast. So we're just gonna get right into it. Got to talk about this because I know there's a lot of educators, especially in my state of Tennessee, who is upset with our elected officials. They have passed a law that will allow teachers to carry guns in school, right? Basically, the reason behind it is the sole purpose for our state officials is to protect the kids, right? And I don't know what words to really describe this. I think it's a stupid law that they have passed, which the governor uh, is expected to sign into law. Already two school districts, Memphis and Nashville, basically saying they're not going to follow the law. They're not going to allow that to happen, which I think is a smart move. But when you have certain group of politicians that want the teachers to be the savior, right? You gotta remember, teachers are not trained in situations like that, right? They're not trained in that. So even if they go through a background check, right? Obviously, go through a background check if you're going to carry a gun, especially around kids. Training, uh, what else? More education, whatever they got, they have to qualify to be able to carry guns in school. Still, why would they pass this? In my opinion, here's the thing. Why not just say, okay, listen, to really ensure, make sure that the students are safe in school, we could put up metal detectors, right, in all schools, and why not hire one more officer in these schools? You got one officer, and we seen what happened at these schools with one officer. You know, why not have two officers, right? That's all I'm saying. Why not have two officers, right? Both of them are roaming the school. They're roaming the school. One take one half, the other one take the other. You know, every so often, make sure that everybody is safe. Everybody's getting to where they need to get to. Because you have to remember, it ain't just protecting the students; it's also protecting the teachers and the administrators at the school. And yet, they passing this law saying, "Hey, we want these teachers to be essentially law enforcement officers because we don't want to pay money to make sure that everybody who's inside a school is safe. So we basically gonna tell the teachers who already has a stressful job enough to say, hey, we want y'all to handle that situation if it ever happens. Like, are you serious? I'm pretty sure there's more counties in my state that's pretty much gonna they're not going to follow that. They like, yeah, we're not doing that. Uh, you even had some Republican uh, senators that came out, uh, basically came out and said, "Hey, this is not a good thing." I forgot what's his name. He's out of Cleveland, Tennessee, and who's uh, a former educator himself, came out and said, "No, this is not. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. No, these teachers, they're there to teach. They're not there to handle a situation like that. That's why you pay trained professionals who's been doing it for years to handle situations like that. But yeah, you want teachers to be the savior because you don't want to put more money, excuse me, to ensure the safety of everyone in the school, which is kind of it's I don't know, man. I feel like politicians today, they're getting dumber and more stupid by the day. It's like what's going through their mind. I'll give you another example. In my state, Tennessee, they were actually debating on whether to allow first cousins to get married. This is where we at in my state. So you got school safety, which is very important. Everybody should have been on the same page. I mean, like it's school safety. Like I'm not understanding, and they're basically saying this is here to protect the children. No, it's not. No, it's not. You putting them in more danger because now they are actually around guns. I don't even care if the teacher has the gun locked up in their classroom. Kids meddle around. They get into things. What happens if a kid accidentally finds that weapon and something bad happens? He's but they also was whatever I'm telling you, this state is so stupid. They were debating whether first cousins should actually get married. That first off, that's nasty and that's wrong on so many levels. Like, why would you really bring that up to the floor? Like, seriously. Out of all things y'all could have discussed, the budget, um, infrastructure, like transportation, making sure the streets and the highways, they all, you know, are redone and things like that. I don't know. Um, but is at a point where is at a point where I I don't know what's going through their minds. I don't know what's going through their minds whatsoever, but I do know we got to start really stop being so focused in the art on our own individual beliefs and really start saying, okay, wrong is wrong, right is right. If y'all really believe this, then you should not be an elected official whatsoever. If you believe arming teachers is going to solve your problem, you are freaking stupid. Okay. If you have nothing better else to bring to the floor than first cousins getting married, vote them out. I don't care who it is. Vote them out. This is stupid, beyond stupid. And one thing about politics, I don't talk too much about politics, but politics has lost its way. I mean, common sense has really. And I'm starting to believe that the people that are representing wherever they from, wherever territory, district, whatever, they're an extension of the people that they represent. So you look at the elected official, then you look at the people they represent, like, oh, it makes sense now. Nobody has asked for y'all to have a actual full blown debate about first cousins getting married. Uh, Tennessee has been in the over the last year. This time last year, that's when they had the protests on the at the state capitol, right, Nashville. So for the past year, Tennessee has been in the news for the wrong reasons. For the wrong reasons. And I think it's time to make some changes now. I think people with common sense should know, like, all right, this ain't it. We gotta change some things up right now. Because this is, man, this is stupid. Really, really stupid. So y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Should teachers be allowed to carry in school? That's the question, right? I know there's other states who have passed into law teachers carrying in school, but should that really be a law? Should they just say, you know what? One thing about school safety, which is top priority when it comes to, if your kid wants to your kid's going to school, as a parent or even as a grandparent, the one thing you're most concerned with is safety. Is this going to make the school safer? I don't think it will. I don't think it will because most teachers, they're not trained. Most teachers haven't even held a gun before. So how you going why would you want this to happen? Dummies. So that's all I gotta say about that. But y'all let me know, man, what y'all think. Should the government pass laws for teachers to carry in school to prevent school shootings? Because that's basically what this is. They're saying this to protect the kids. Ain't no way, because they're not gonna be trained for that. They're not gonna be trained for that. So I don't see how that's happening. Me personally, I don't see how that's happening. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Um, even I mean, y'all can even start this conversation with y'all friends and family, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. I think it's extremely stupid, just to be honest. All right, y'all. So let's move on to the next topic. Yay. Kanye West, better known as Ye, it's been reported by Complex that he is he wants to start an adult entertainment website. Oh boy, this man was just in church doing church services. Now he wants to start an adult entertainment website. The thing about famous people, rich people, sometimes I don't understand them whatsoever because their mindset is somewhere that is not even on this planet. And I mean, don't get me wrong. If you wanted to start something like that, if you want to start something that's kind of like, if you take like OnlyFans, right? People automatically assume OnlyFans is strictly for adult entertainers, not understanding it's for anybody that wants to do whatever they want to do. It's kind of like a Patreon type thing, right? But he wants to put together a full fledged adult entertainment site. Um, are those sites valuable? Yeah, I mean, I even done the research on it with a couple of them sites, man. They're worth a couple $1 billion. A couple of them, you know what I mean? They're worth a couple $1 billion. So, hey, if he's probably looking at it from a financial aspect, maybe give adult, the up and coming adult entertainers a platform to grow and shine and things like that. But still, you're gonna be associated with that. I mean, I get it. You were successful in one field, in another field, but come on, man, you can't do everything. You know, nobody can do everything. Um, Now I don't know if he has a partner or whatever involved in this, but I just know that it doesn't really make sense for me for him to do that. Now, I will understand if somebody who was in the adult entertainment industry doing this, it'll make more sense, right? Because they know what they're looking for. They know the industry. They know they could put their spin on it and make it work and stuff like that. But when you have somebody from the outside coming in and trying to, put something like this together, I don't know. Now, does sex sell? Yes, it definitely sell. It most definitely still does. But that doesn't mean your name has to be attached to it. I mean, I don't think it's a really a good look, especially it wasn't that long ago, you was doing church services and now you're doing this, right? Um, I don't know if he has anybody in his camp, in his corner, whatever, that's probably telling him, hey, I don't think that's a good idea for you to do it, right? If it was, somebody else, probably, but you doing it, I don't know. I'm not really I don't think, whoever was in this, in this camp, in the circle, could probably I don't know if they either told him that. If they did, probably he wasn't listening, but I don't know. I think it's a bad idea for him to even get involved. Excuse me, involved with in the adult entertainment industry. Um, yeah, that it's kind of weird. Somebody of his caliber to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Um, if Snoop did it, I mean, Snoop was no, he had his own thing going at one point, but even with that, it's kind of weird, man. Don't it doesn't fit. It just don't fit. So um now it hasn't even been up yet, so maybe the mod can change. But as of right now, that's what's was being reported. So we'll see about that. And I know a lot of people going if it does happen, let's just be honest, we know a lot of people gonna flock to it. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna flock to it. They're gonna want to see what it's about, so we'll see how that goes. Um, once again, man, y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit them like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast. Also, too, man, new episodes are available YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, uh, iHeartRadio. So y'all check it out, man. Tell your friends and family about it. All right. The last thing, I mean, there's a lot of topics, but I'm not gonna get into everything because that's a whole lot. So if y'all been paying attention, TikTok has been uh our government has been going after TikTok, right? Um, and the House obviously passed the bill to ban TikTok. The Senate now has passed the bill to ban TikTok. Obviously, President Biden said he was going to sign it, which is crazy to me because a lot of politicians are on TikTok. The FBI director saying it's a national security issue. Why? Because the parent company is a Chinese-based company, which to me let's just be honest. What is TikTok doing that's no different than what y'all doing? I mean, all these other platforms, you talking about data, all these other platforms are collecting your data. They're collecting it, right? So you're not going to force TikTok. You're not going to force a parent company to sell TikTok. They're not going to do that. You know what is going to happen? That's going to hurt American businesses like Facebook, right? It's going to hurt Meta because they already got pulled overseas, right, from the app store. So now they're like, if y'all want to play that game, we can play that game too. Understand you got 7 million small businesses that rely on TikTok to succeed. You know what I mean? You have politicians, you probably got the new age politicians out there who goes on TikTok to reach the people that you old asses can't reach. I mean, let's just be honest. We gotta be honest about that. We got old people in office saying this is a national security threat. Yet the people that we need to be more focused on is our own people. And listen, as many people uses TikTok, right? Who use TikTok, who has grown their brands on TikTok, the world is going to forever change. If you think TikTok is going, there's always another company coming. If that's the case, my problem is, if that's the case, how come y'all don't want to create your own version? You want to get rid of something because of the parent company, but yet y'all can't even get rid of Facebook. Y'all can't get rid of Meta. They here. Why? Because y'all hate the fact that y'all can't really use your freedom of speech, your First Amendment. Come on now. Come on now. Like seriously? Y'all mean y'all got all this time on your hands to worry about freaking TikTok, but yet us taxpayers is always sending money overseas. What is y'all business dealings, huh? Come on, if you gonna open that book, open that whole book. Let's see what y'all got going on. Because we all know there's some mess going on. We know it, right? I personally think that if you're going to be uh, a representative, a senate, any elected official, whether it's local, state, federal, all your business dealings or whoever you have stocks with, no more. It has to stop while you're in office. And you can't do any side dealings either. Because what you're doing, you're hurting us people, right? If you got a platform, right? Say like my podcast. I'm on TikTok, right? And I'm also on Facebook, I'm also on Instagram. But you mean to tell me I can't promote myself across all these platforms? So what you trying to do? You trying to tell me I can't succeed? Knowing that my biggest audience is on TikTok. You mean to tell me that you're gonna try to shut that down? What about these small businesses? I thought y'all was here to, it's like, oh, the American dream, small businesses, they're the backbones of this country. Come on, man. Seriously? So I just think that, it's going to hurt a lot of people come election time. A lot of these career politicians, I think their time is coming to an end. I think it is. To be honest with you, I think it's really coming to an end. And um, this ain't going to hurt nothing because here's the thing. You get rid of TikTok, it's going to be another platform exactly like it coming. And people are going to flock to it. Let's just be honest. People was on MySpace. People flocked to it. Facebook came about. People flocked to it. Instagram, people flock to it. Snapchat, people flock to it. TikTok, people flock to it. There's another platform that's coming that people are going to flock to. You're not going to stop anything. Let's just be honest, it's not going to happen. So, what you're doing is you're going to hurt 7 million businesses with this, and you don't care. That's what I'm saying. You worry about TikTok, but yet you're sending my money overseas. I feel like I didn't even give you permission to do that. We got problems here that we need to take care of, but yeah, y'all continue to send money out instead of taking care of what's here. That's crazy. In my opinion, that's just crazy. I think it's stupid, and our government needs to get it together on all levels. Need to get it together. All right. Um, that's all I got to say tonight, man. I'm glad you guys tuned in and everything like that. To Drinking After Dark podcast. I appreciate all the love and support. Um, I can't do this without you, man. I'm going strong and everything like that. So appreciate everybody who's been tuning in. Please tell your friends and family about Drinking After Dark podcast. Y'all can watch it on YouTube, listen on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Also, man, y'all make sure y'all follow on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. See how long that's gonna be. But uh continue to support, man. Continue to support. I'm doing this for you guys, man. So thank you. Thank you. Until next time, I'm Darius from Drinking After Dark podcast, and we out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.